What's up? It's August 24th. I'm the Doom Wizard. I started recording after watching a Big Ward video. That's what inspired me today. A highly sensitive person, older black guy, who isn't a phone person, but ends up recording himself all the time talking about his feelings and things he's going through in his day-to-day life, observations about the world. Gets a lot of viewers because he's very candid and raw. So I'm capable of this, and I have a lot of streaming thoughts coming in and out of my dome. This wrestling of control that I think I have over my flow of thoughts, ADHD. Not going there. I'm just saying I've talked to a few people today on the phone. I'm not a big phone person, but when I do have these conversations with my fellow observers around the world, they're very succinct and powerful, carefully constructed words about where they're at in their existence and fighting the tyranny of authoritarianism, rampant in-stage capitalism. And as a refresher, if you haven't already seen Professor Zhang's world history lecture called How Societies Collapse, it's an excellent refresher encompassing the framework of how societies collapse. It was published a day ago and it already has over 115,000 views. I shall not see success like that on my channel ever. I have the most underrated, underappreciated channel on all of YouTube. I can 1000% back that statement up. But I'm not boastful in exclaiming that I'm the purveyor of truth and justice and all that's right in the world. I'm just an observer like the rest of you, pointing out the obvious, that we're in runaway scenario in terms of climate. And that ties into the conversation I had with my friend on the phone. When coral reefs disappear or are officially bleached year-round by 2030 or thereafter, we'll hit 2 degrees, and that's one of the main symptoms of that temperature range is the rapid acidification and heating of the oceans. That would mean coastal fisheries and mass failure and mass migration, livelihoods for millions of people, hundreds of millions, coastal lines flooded, and so on. Just mass migration hell scenario on top of the now communally agreed global economic depression. You guys voted. A lot to say. It's been raining all day. Side note, which we needed. The river is tapped and droughts and extreme precipitation around the climate casino in our world. Can you imagine when Lake Powell goes Deadpool later next year, maybe in the coming year? 40 million people scrambling for basic resources. Yeah, most of my highly intelligent friends, not the clueless fucking morons, or the dummies who like to brag about the money that they're making. Yeah, sorry, it's not about status, it's about grit and survival now. You'd be a damn fool to think that we have some kind of 401k or retirement. You are truly out of touch. It only takes 5 seconds to look at this information. We are dead in the water. And this lecture pointed out that not even aliens would save us at this point. That's the main takeaway, is that we like to think that there could be a national emergency and we would all join hands and fight the powers that be, but no. We'll actually break off into factions, and you guys knew this intuitively. Yeah, I'm all about that less stress, more focused living lifestyle. Realtors have seen people searching for the off-grid life. That's a trend that the internet reported to me. So lots of overlapping subjects here, but anyone with 2 brain cells would start putting together their escape plan or building some kind of bug-out van, a way to manufacture materials, tools, and the know-how to live in this post apocalyptic world, at least briefly, if you care to, or you could be in the city and lose your mind. You won't make it. I'm not original in saying in any of these ideas. I should elaborate. There are so many other boomer doomer channels now that are inferring to the collapse, because it's so obvious that the decline is here. And again, that society's collapse videos, like all the signs of an empire, civilization in decline, stupid, pointless wars, high inflation, bad cost of living, low trust, climate change. We've been over this. And going back through my older content, a lot of it was slop. So I'm no different than Big Ward, just getting up here talking my feelings, just letting the camera roll, having clickbaity headline titles like, "Most won't survive, it collapsed, it happened, click here." So dumb. Can you see the overwhelming stupidity on my face, my reaction? I got to 1636 subs. I just asked all of you if you feel like you get paid a living wage. Hard to say when cost of living is so insanely high. Universal basic income should be a thing. These are just where I stand with some of these concepts. Just trying to be the best Doom Wizard I can be. Look like Brad Pitt at 42 with short blonde hair and a leather jacket. Look cool while it's all going to hell. Fully into the decline. One of my main homies right now is at Burning Man. I just tried to call him and I realized it starts August 24th, so they're over there tripping out. He's actually doing work there, hoping to get his head right after all that, to just take some time off, figure out his plan to escape. And another one of my friends has health issues and working all the time. He's a few years younger. Another one of my friends, health issues. Everybody's, moderately in pain or struggling with some surface level issue. It's just nonstop. But just to go to bed at night in peace, I would ask all of you, it's like, what do you value most? Love, work, relationships, money, peace, man. Because if you could have all the money in the world and have a shitty relationship and it would just bankrupt your life. That was the old asshole that invited me to live with him. Was a king of lies. Built his whole life on money and feelings, and didn't pay off anything. I mean, he just got a place to cry and drink alone in the end. If you don't handle things, I don't need to get preachy. Car's running great. I get 36.3 miles per gallon. I don't know what that is in kilometers, but it's a lot. Unsurprisingly, I work at a parts store, and I realized the 9 months of torment that I spent at Advanced Auto Parts, if you've been following me, gave me the skills and know-how to go anywhere now. And that's how it usually works. Go into some trade or craft. I got invited to work on blueprints and, machinery. Could take a course on that for 4 weeks. But I just don't really, knowing all of us, wherever we're at, we know that this is all finite and it's going into collapse. I mean, hello, Great Depression 2030, coral reefs gone, Antarctic ice melt by 2040. We're fucked, dude. We are so fucking screwed. Point blank. I'm done pretending. Okay? Permafrost melt. The end of everything. It's the end. The end of everything. Facts. Just wanted to check in. Sun's out. Finally. Maybe I'll get some solar juice. That's my life. Getting solar juice to power the fridge. Okay, not to bore you. See what kind of shit next week brings. Every week is like a theatrical experience with a reality TV star, rapist, felon president with his deranged staff. He had 38 generals turn him down. 38 until he got the one he has now. And there was a gnarly looking mosquito. They're really trippy out here. And that shit's spreading, getting people malaria and dengue in Florida, and shit's everywhere. Get a spear. Get a spear with that you can have above your head. That's how you fight off predators. Yeah, you live and you learn. YouTube. Been real, homies. I was going on with some thought there. Just survive. Start making your exit plan. Buy ammo. Fuck 401k. You know, maybe swing trade if you have a couple $1,000s. That's the thing. I don't have a couple thousand. Just throw around and make like $700 off a contract and a futures contract. Like Jay Bravo is always pointing the lines in the charts and having his little hottie dumbass assistant Kitty, who can't even show her face, who got arrested. Crazy bitch. Money attracted to looks, and they're both fucking dumbasses. Yeah, I hope you're watching, you fucking clown. I tell you to go watch my video, but I read every comment. Alright, I watch my speech. That's the 8 tenets. Right speech, right mind. You know, I say all this knowing what the fuck I'm saying. I'm trying. Okay, did I lose you? Love hanging out. Most won't survive. We're going through the bottleneck. Buckle up. Enjoy this decade. We have it coming. We're fucking done. See ya.